Leave me the
Oh, please do. Get my merch.
So the episode begins with the mistress walking down the lawn to talk to the newbies about this whole chain situation. So immediately Scotty asks Summer how she feels that Jasmine got the chain. And Remedial Summer says that she felt like it was a slap in her face for Jazz to get the chain because it's like she feels like she should have got it. But then the mistress was like, okay, but Remedial, don't you think it would have been better if you would have just voiced your opinion instead of like going at her and then breaking the chain? And then Short Bus says she was drunk and then apologizes to Jazz. And Jazz was like, I'll accept your apology again if it's sincere because you've apologized like 3 times before. So in the next scene, Miniature Rolly and Stewie are walking outside to try to settle their differences. So the conversation first starts out cordial. You know, Biggie says, you know, we're both performers, things of that nature, and we need to kind of like walk and really just hash out our issues. Like, we need to get on the same page. And Stewie agrees, but then she brings up when, you know, Biggie came at her and her friends in the kitchen very aggressively. And Stewie didn't like that one, did she? She didn't like that. And she felt like it was just rude for her to treat her friends that way. And then it cuts to the flashback of her basically going off saying, why are her people in here? And I have to drive 40 minutes to get my makeup done. This is my kitchen, my kitchen. You know, it was just this whole delusional ass mess. And then Bigum says, well, you know, you wouldn't feel comfortable if my people were around the house. And then Stewie was like, no, I would feel comfortable. It's happened before. And then Stewie was like, well, those are my sisters and people that are actually like on the team. You brought outsiders, blah, 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 blah. So then we cut to the Hulk, Bleachabella, Anna Need Her Ass Beat, and Natalie Nunn, Chinny Chinny Cocoa Puff sitting outside and talking. And of course they are talking about Roomgate, honey. So then Urination comes out and they start talking about the situation, and Pissy says that, look, it's not cool how you guys like think it's a funny game, whatever, and you just watch us fight and you sit back and kiki, ha ha, hoo 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 hoo. And then the OGs were just kind of like, oh, well, we were just joking. It gave scared a little bit. It gave scared. So then Big Lex comes out and she's ready for that smoke, honey. She wants her get back for when Ivory threw the drink at her on the motherfucking bus. But the piss thrower is not wanting to fight. She's like, I'm not fighting right now. I'm not fighting. So then Diamond the Body comes out with the main mistress and all the other new hoes. And Diamond first starts the conversation with her saying to Bad Dolly, Summer threw piss on you. And Bad Dolly was like, no, the fuck she did it. No. What had happened was Summer had to go to the bathroom really bad. Okay, she asked the driver to pull over and the driver didn't pull over. So she ended up peeing in a cup and I guess it overflowed and some of it got on Bad Dolly's foot. Okay? I don't like Summer, but it's understandable. I mean, you have to pee and if it's like, you know, really bad, it's like, shit, it's better to pee in a cup than to just piss on yourself. However, I'm sure they had big cups, you know, so it wouldn't overflow, or use 2 cups. You know what I mean? So then they cut back to Miniature Rolly and Stewie, and the conversation is deteriorating. Miniature Rolly is like, I already have to deal with you being here, and then she brings up how Stewie was pressing her about the fight with Akbar not squaring up, and Stewie was just like, listen, like, you were, you know, saying all this shit to Akbar, but you weren't squaring up. And Biggie was like, yeah, I did, but she didn't want to, you know, come back to anything. She didn't jump. And that's true. Akbar didn't jump. All she did was kind of like, you want to run up? You got to just run up. You got to run up. She was putting the onus in Biggie's court. You know what I mean? Which I kind of thought was a little pump fake of Akbar. Because, bitch, if you throw a purse at me, it's going down, okay, if I was a woman. Of course, if I was a woman. And Stewie goes in the confessionals and says, look, I feel like Biggie, like, picks on people that are not her size just so she can feel like she's bigger or better, things of that nature. And Bigums is like, I'm not going to argue with you. And then Stewie was like, you're a mess, bitch. You're a mess. And she is. She is definitely a mess. What the fuck is this outfit, ho? What the fuck? So then they cut back to the piss thrower and Lex going back and forth. And Lex wants that fade, honey. She wants that fade. But Ivory is ducking it. She don't want to do it. She doing the Little Kim. However the Little Kim dance go. How do you do it? Like, she just did not want that fade with Ivory at that moment. But there were moments when Ivory seemed to be taking off like her jewelry and her shoes or whatever, but Anna Need Her Ass Beat is like getting in the middle saying, no, don't fight, no, don't fight. And Big Lex basically told Anna, bitch, shut the fuck up, and you kind of are responsible for all this bullshit. So then they cut back to Pretty P and Diamond the Body arguing about the whole situation with Diamond getting kicked outside of the club by her sister. And, you know, Diamond was basically saying, you know, her sister's a bitch, 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 bitch. You know how that goes. And Pretty P's like, you're not going to be calling my sister too many bitches. And Diamond's like, look, your sister's a clout chaser. And I know a clout chaser because I am one. She knew that the baddies were going to be in Milwaukee. She knew that the baddies were going to be in Chicago. And if it was me and I wanted to get on baddies, I would have drove my ass down to Chicago and kicked the bitch to try to get a storyline as well. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, Diamond is the biggest clout chaser on the show, and she's a pro clout chaser. Her ways have worked, so she would know, Pretty P. She would know. Damn, she still ain't got her tooth replaced so far in this season. So then they cut to Bigums and Stewie just clowning each other about looks, you know, saying she's sloppy, you look bad, just going off on each other about superficial things. And Biggie starts dancing to Barbie, dun, 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 and Stewie's like, you're singing my song, you're singing my song. Miniature Rolly is like, Blueface wrote that song, not you, not you. And I'm like, bitch, it don't matter, honey. The biggest hits that you know, most of them hoes that are singing it didn't write. You still singing her motherfucking song, bitch. And you need to probably dance some moho. You need some cardio. So then Stewie walks away, and that's that. So then they cut back to Ivory and Big Lex. Ivory, you know, ends up taking her wig off, and I'm like, okay, good. She's about to catch the fade. She's not being a punk-ass, scary-ass, weak-ass bitch. Let's go. But then you have, like, the OGs in the background telling them to relax and not to fight. And I'm like, guys, shut up. Shut up and enjoy the show. Y'all wanted this, right? That's why y'all changed the names? And then Ivory ends up putting her wig back on, talking about, I spent $500 on this wig. Brrrr. And Big Lex is calling Ivory out. You scared, bitch. You scared. Your name shouldn't be Big Ivory. I'm Big Lex, bitch. And you scared to fight me, ho. You scared to fight me. And then Urination ends up taking her wig off again. And I'm like, okay, so is she about to catch the fade now? But then she ends up walking into the house. And I'm like, you scary ass, weak ass, piss throwing, scared of Lex because you know she can beat your ass heifer hoe. So then they cut to the newbies and the mistress again, and they're talking about how they're going to Milwaukee, which is Pretty P's hometown. And Summer's like, is your sister going to be there again? Do we have to worry about her? And Pretty P is like, nah, she's not going to be there. She's not going to be there. And that's that. So then they cut to Big Lex talking to the OGs after Ivory leaves, and she's trying to figure out who moved the names. And she calls out Anna, like, you moved the name? She's like, no, 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 no. But then Tasiki is the voice of reason and says, it was Natalie who moved the names. And I'm like, yeah, Natalie said that like 2 episodes ago on the bus. I guess these hoes just have selective hearing. They don't want to, you know, believe that or whatever. And then Big Lex is like, oh my God, you know what? One of your OGs has to fight for you, Natalie, because I'm not about to fight you. And I'm like, girl, you trying to protect your job? Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. But then Natalie ends up giving her a hug and is like, no one's going to be fighting nobody. No, 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 no. And that's that. So in the next scene, Akbar, Cisco, and the Wildebeest sit down in the living room to talk about Slim and this whole assistant situation. So then friend to the channel, strung out Slim, comes in, honey, and she brings some snacks. But Rolethia did not like that, honey. She didn't like that at all because she, you know, wanted water. And she felt like Slim was trying to be funny. It's like, oh, you giving me snacks so you think I'm fat, bitch? And, you know, it was just very nasty. I didn't like the way, you know, Rolly was treating her. And I didn't like the way the other girls were treating her as well. Like, I just thought it was so immature. And if they were going to bring back Slim, they should have just brought her back. And not in this weird, like, assistant capacity, you know, things as such as. But Akbar ends up taking the snacks because she says she's a former big girl. And, yeah, she took the snacks. Meanwhile, Rolly did not. And she got the, what is these, the Chex Mix? I like Chex Mix. Those are good snacks. So then, Slim brings out water like Rolly asked. And then the new bitches come out from the balcony and are asking what the fuck is going on. And, you know, Rolly tells them about the whole assistant thing and they're like, what? You're the assistant? Brrrah. So they come downstairs and Summer is just talking her shit. Talking her shit. And she's saying to Slim, bitch, you can't stay here. You can't stay here, ho. You not a baddie. Get the fuck out. And Slim is trying to be nice, but you can tell it's starting to get under her skin. And Summer just won't stop. She just won't stop. She just keeps going on with that trapper. And no lie, she looked like her breath stank. I'm just keeping it a buck. So then she starts bucking up to Slim, getting all close. And I'm like, girl, I suggest you step back. So then Slim gets up and, you know, she starts getting emotional because she feels like she's, you know, getting picked on. And it's like, I just want to come back into this house and you guys wanted me to fight. And I'm like, bitch, of course they want you to fight. This is baddies, bitch. This is baddies. Line that shit up. Throw your set up. How you doing? All that Russian, hold your head up. So then, you know, Slim knows what it is. So she starts taking off her shoes, honey. And as she's taking off her shoes, Summer is still talking. And Slim, at a certain point, is like, bitch, leave me the fuck alone. And she charges at Summer and they start to tussling. Who won this motherfucker? Oh. Okay, no lie, Summer is dogging her. Yeah, Summer's kind of dogging her. Yeah, damn, Slim. You didn't get that round. You didn't get that round. And then Slim starts yelling at the security guard, like telling her, don't touch her, saying that, oh, da, 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 da. Like, it was just weird. I'm like, bitch, there's security. Like, of course they're going to block you and touch you. Like, you're just being stupid. You're being mad because you lost the motherfucking fight. Okay. So then Summer reaches for whoever purse this is and then throws it at Slim. Then Slim picks up a chair and throws it at Summer. But honestly, she don't have much strength because it didn't even like pass the table, honey. I'm like, damn, that was a weak ass throw. And then Slim gets on top of the table and is like saying, bitch, what's up? Come on. And then she starts doing this weird looking twerk and we see it from the front. And obviously we see her panties like, ugh, cover it. Zeus blurred that shit out. So then when Slim finally gets off the table, they square up again. And let's see who won this bitch. Yeah, Summer was giving it to her, baby. Summer was giving it to her. Slim, you lost both them rounds, girl. Like, it's bad. Every fight you've gotten in so far this season, you've lost. Rolly made you a human mop, and the remedial Summer worked you. You know, I think this was the only fight that Summer actually won this season, and it was against you, ho. Slim, you cannot fight. You really cannot fight. So then Summer does her signature move and puts on, you know, the wig of the girl that she was just fighting. So she puts Slim's wig on and I'm like, girl, whatever. Yeah, I guess that's cute. And Rolithia says, okay, girls, we're about to go to the club in Milwaukee and Slim, you're going to stay at the hotel. Not in this house, but at the hotel. Bye-bye. So then these hoes pull up to Milwaukee. Well, some of them. Tinkerbella and the other OGs. And then they cut to the newbie bus. They are still on their way to the club. They haven't made it quite yet. Apparently they had to drive 2 hours from Chicago to Milwaukee. And I'm like, oh, wow. Ivory tells the girls, like, look, watch out because I have ops in Milwaukee and they've been talking online and saying how they're going to throw acid on me. Okay. And I'm like, damn, acid? Like, what? This is some like, ew, like that's too much. Are these beefs really that serious to throw acid on a bitch? These hoes are crazy. So then they pull up to the club and Diamond, she is getting anxiety, honey, because first of all, she's scared she's going to get kicked. And then she's also scared about what Ivory said about the acid and shit. So she's just kind of having like an anxiety attack. The girls zoom into the club. I have never seen them walk inside a club that fast. I was like, damn, bitch. So they get in the club, they perform things of that nature, such as... But then we see in the audience, hoes start fighting. Random ass hoes. But the girls seem to be unfazed because they're still on stage, you know, partying, having a fun time. But then as they're leaving, I guess somebody is like attacking, Jaden, And then I guess somebody pulls off Ivory's wig. So she's wigless on the bus. And I'm like, damn. Well, I guess it's better than getting acid thrown on your face. So the next day, they are back in Chicago. I guess they were just in Milwaukee for that night. And Natalie lets them know that they're going to have an activity today. They're going to go do a rage thing where you like hit shit and stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then they FaceTime Ivory and tell Ivory about the whole situation and to tell the girls to get ready. So in the next scene, Bigums, Tasiki, Ahna, and Jaden have a sit-down lunch. Ahna is trying to be peacemaker and to get, Jaden and Biggie on the same page. Biggie is mad at Ahna because Ahna went shopping with Jaden yesterday and she didn't invite Biggie, and she feels like, look, if I'm your cousin, your sister, whatever, you shouldn't be, going shopping with someone that I don't like. And I'm just like, Biggie, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. And then Biggie brings up the flowers and says like, and she threw them ugly ass flowers at me. And then this was funny as fuck. Jaden was like, oh, you mean the flowers Ahna gave me? And Ahna's face when Jaden said that, she was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh, damn, I didn't know Ahna brought Jaden them damn flowers. That's a plot twist. So Bigums is like, you're giving this bitch weapons to throw at me. And, pretty much the conversation ends with Ahna saying, look, I'm cool with Jaden. I like her, but I'm also, loyal to you. And ultimately, my allegiance lies with you, Biggie, but I'm still going to be cool with Jaden. And that's just that. So in the next scene, the OGs arrive to the rage thing, and they immediately start talking shit about Summer and how Summer has peed 4 times on the bus and ruined TVs and that they have a fucking bill for $30,000. And I'm like, damn, that's a lot for a cleaning fee and broken TVs. Like, is that 30,000? Girl, you need to get a second estimate, baby, a second estimate. So then when the newbies arrive, they start grilling Summer, and Summer is like, I only peed twice. And they're like, bitch, no, you've peed 4 times. It's on tape. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then Natalie announces that they're going to be bringing in a new girl from last season because, the fans feel like she didn't get her proper time to shine. And the girl is NuNu, honey, NuNu. And Ahna, immediately gets up and says, bitch, I don't fuck with you. Let's go. And she throws something at NuNu. And I don't know what that was, but it hit NuNu. What was that she threw at her? So then, security separates them. But then Biggie comes to the front and decides to swing on NuNu. I'm not sure if it connected. Then it's just a whole bunch of pandemonium and confusion. And then they cut to a situation where there was a lot of space and opportunity between Biggie and NuNu. And Biggie takes the opportunity to swing. And then Ahna comes in the midst and proceeds to pull her wig. And that is how the episode ends. But I want to know what you guys think. And this is the video the YouTube algorithm thinks you should watch next.